Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kristin, but you can call me KWay. Today I'm doing something a little different, a voiceover for this vlog. As I take you through moments from my day, I want to share the story of Life by KWay. How it started, what it means to me, and why it's so much more than just a brand. Life by KWay was born from a simple but powerful idea. I wanted to live my life by design. I was tired of running the rat race, tired of answering to superiors, and ready to answer to myself. I started this YouTube channel in early 2024, thinking I'd create a lifestyle channel, just living my life my way and sharing it with the world. At the time, I was working full-time as a receptionist at a real estate company, but receptionist was just one of the many hats I wore. By the time I picked up my daughter from daycare each night, I was exhausted. My house was a disaster. On a good weekend, I'd find the energy to clean, but most of the time, tidying only happened when it had to. I uploaded my first video in March, but by May I stopped. The rhythm of creating, editing, posting, that was really hard. Sacrificing my precious free time, even harder, and I cried a lot because I wanted this so badly, but I just didn't have the time or energy to keep up. Then in June 2024, something happened that changed everything. I was gifted a ticket to Gary Keller's Quantum Leap Summit, a class built around the science of success filled with the tools that made him the real estate mogul he is today. Hearing his story, his struggles, his setbacks, and his incredible comeback lit a fire inside of me. At the same time, my parents were downsizing to an RV, selling their house, and with that, my mom offered me her Silhouette machine, heat press, and sublimation printer. She figured I might use them, if only she knew me. Within a week, I decided I was going to start a Shopify store, and I already knew the perfect name, Life by KWay. A spin on the phrase from Keller Williams' bold training, Life by Design, because that's exactly what I was after. Now, don't get me wrong, I loved my job. I loved the people. 2024 had been a year of growth for me, stepping out of my shell and embracing who I was. I was thriving. I was talking to people, which I usually avoid. I was making suggestions and actually being heard. I felt like I belonged. At first, my business was built around real estate themed shirts. Thanks to the incredible agents I worked with, sales were slow, but for someone just starting out, it wasn't bad. Then in September, I got my first online order. That felt so unreal. In November, an amazing YouTuber, Gridiron and Grace, I will link their YouTube channel below, reached out and asked if I want to do a gifted collab. I was so over the moon. She was kind, supportive, and even though I didn't get any sales from it, I'll always be grateful that she took a chance on my small business. Then December rolled around, and I got my second online order. And the crazy part, I wasn't even promoting my shop, which I probably should have been, but I wasn't. I was just trying to survive the holiday chaos with a toddler. Meanwhile, work was getting harder. A new supervisor had taken over in August, piling even more responsibilities onto my plate. At this time, I was basically her assistant, and I barely had time to breathe. But despite the stress, I still felt that spark of excitement knowing someone out there had found my shop. And then a close friend at work, someone who had been by my side since I started working there, suddenly passed. And it was just like another role was added onto my workload. I wasn't mad about the work. If anything, it kept me busy, kept my mind off things, but looking back, I realized that moment was the start of something bigger. Because in January, I stopped. I took a deep breath and asked myself, what do I actually want? The answer was clear. I wanted Life by KWay to be my full-time job. I wanted to build something so successful that not only I could leave my 9-to-5, but my husband could too. I wanted to design a life where we thrived, not just survived. So I made a plan. I was going to grow this business. I was going to use YouTube as my main platform. I was going to prepare my fields for rain, the rain of abundance. Instead, February brought the rain of distress. On February 21st, I was told my company was restructuring and there was no place for me in their plans. I have a lot of thoughts about how that happened, but that's a story for another day. I didn't sleep for a week, and in that time I threw myself into my shop. I added listings to Shopify and Etsy. I started running ads on Facebook and Google. I signed up for Google's digital marketing certification, and I started making YouTube videos again. And that brings me back to today. Life by KWay isn't just a business, it's a dream. I created it for people like me, people who felt trapped in jobs that didn't value them, people who spent years waiting for the right time instead of just starting, people who lost themselves in work only to realize they were chasing something that was never meant for them in the first place. If your creator came to you in a dream and told you that you had a purpose, what would they say? That was my epiphany. I knew I was made for more back in January, but it wasn't until June that I understood what the calling really meant. So I'm here to inspire you to live your most passionate and fulfilled life. Through my example, that means running my shop, sharing my journey, embracing my hobbies, and finding joy in everyday life, because this life, it's yours for the taking, just like it's mine for the taking. I don't believe we were put on this earth to simply exist, go to school, get a job, work for 50 plus years, and die unfulfilled. No. I believe we were made for more. We were made to be abundant, authentic, and in control of our own lives. There's no fate. There is no destiny. There's only what you want and what you work for. Life by KWay is for you. For the ones who never felt like the go-to friend. For the ones who never quite fit in. For the ones who related more to the villain than the heroes. For the ones who struggled to read social cues. For the ones who felt invisible in a crowded room. I see you. I love you. I am you. This isn't just a brand. This is a movement. This is my life. This is what I've chosen, and I refuse to fail today. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, please hit that like button and drop a comment below telling me your biggest dream. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.